Stan, the Dirt Monkey Man, and I interview Keith Kalfas from the Landscape Employee Trap. This is the guy you need to go to. If you're a landscaper or a contractor and you need to check up from the neck up, you've got to check out his videos at the Landscape Employee Trap. This guy is absolutely phenomenal. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to cover with you what we went over in our 30-minute podcast at the landscapebusinesspro.com. And I'm going to cover it's going to be like the highlight reel. And I want you to get some solid information to take away with you because it was an amazing interview. So check some of this stuff out. Minutes into the podcast, and immediately he goes into leadership and the responsibilities that a leader has not to show his or her emotions to the organization. He says that a leader needs to be firmly planted and strong and to be a reflection of the overall qualities of the company and not succumb to the daily grind that wears most people down. He starts to talk about goals and the difference between a goal and a dream. And what he tells us is that if you write something down such as, I want to achieve $4 million in 1 year, and you have a shovel and a rake, and you're not willing to get up before 9 o'clock in the morning, that's a dream. You might as well go back to sleep because it's never going to happen. But if you can put something more realistic down, such as, I want to make $4,000 in a month. You can then break that down into, I need to make $1,000 per week, and that means I need to complete one project per week. That's a goal. That's the difference between putting something down that you can accomplish and something that will never happen. He goes on to say, every dog thinks its fleas bite the hardest. And really what he's talking about is you got to stop being a pansy and you got to start being a professional. You got to stop whining, bitching, and complaining about what life has given you, and you got to own the moment, because from that point forward, every day you have an opportunity to create your own destiny and move forward. This guy not born with a silver spoon in the mouth. It was more like he was kicked in the teeth and shoved down a mud hole, and yet he was still able to crawl his way out and build himself a business, a successful window washing business, a successful landscaping company, and he's on the verge of a breakout consulting company. And it's an amazing story by an amazing man. If you need some motivation, if you need some inspiration, if you need to really see how it can be done by someone that's doing it, you got to check out this podcast we have with him. More importantly, you got to go check out his videos. It's absolutely inspiring. Last thing before I let you go, a takeaway that I thought was really powerful that he told me is anything that you really, 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 really want, you attain. But it takes the four reallys. It's that level of desire, commitment. It's that level of intensity that makes the difference between accomplishing something and coming up with excuses for accomplishing nothing. The question to you is, do you want it? If you say yes, what are you willing to do? Success is often disguised as hard work. A lot of people get hyped up by this 4-hour work week. Oh, you can accomplish anything and you only have to, do the bare minimum. That's BS. It doesn't happen in what we do in the contracting, landscaping, excavating field. But it can happen if you're willing to go out and get it. So check out the podcast. Check out Keith's channel, the Landscape Employee Trap. Put your work boots on. Get up. Get out there because you can make it happen.